Welcome to my video guys. So today I will be showing you some basic concepts about file handling in Python. So let's get started. Opening a file in Python is pretty straightforward. Say for example you want to open a text file welcome.txt and it contains some text data inside it. Before opening any file, you should know its proper file path format. For my case it is this one. Note, different OS uses different file path format. Windows uses a backslash as a divider between the folder names, whereas Linux and Mac uses a forward slash as a separator between the folder names. I am using a Windows system, so my folders are separated by backslash. But for Linux and Mac users, their equivalent file path would typically look like this one. Notice the forward slash here. Okay, after knowing your correct file path format, let's open this file using Python. Now let's carefully notice the syntax for opening a file. We use the open function for this purpose, and this function takes two parameters. First one is the file path and the second one is the file mode. Did you notice the two backslash in the file path for Windows systems and wondering why they are given? Okay, let's clear your doubt. A single backslash depicts escape character sequence in Python. So to avoid this ambiguity, we give an extra backslash to avoid its special meaning. Okay, after knowing this, let's go back to our file mode, which is R. File mode typically means the purpose for opening a file. Here I am opening a file to read its content, the file contents actually. Okay, and so I had written R. There are several file modes, but just for now let's focus on one mode. After understanding these two parameters, let's go back to our open function. This function returns a file object which contains its data inside it. And hence we need to store this file object somewhere, and so I've kept it in a variable file. This variable file will contain the data written by the open function. Now let's see all these in action. For this, I have opened my Python IDE and will start typing. File equals to open, then the file path. Okay, it has been successfully run, so congratulations, you have opened your file. After opening the file, we can perform various operations to view its file contents. There are some built-in functions which allow us to do it. We will discuss about them one by one. For running all these functions, we have to keep in mind that we should write the file object variable name first, followed by the function name. Okay, the first function is the read function. This function passes through each and every content of the file and returns the entire file as a string. Let's see this in action in the IDE. So our objective is to print the file contents, and inside the print function there will be the file object followed by the read function. So we have successfully did it. Now the next function is the readline function. This function returns the first line of the file. Let's see this in action in the IDE. Firstly the print function, and inside the print function the file object variable name dot the readline, and here successfully we did it. Okay, so this is about the readline. Next function is the readline function. This function goes through each line and returns a list containing each line. Let's see this in action. Print followed by the file dot read lines. Now as you can see that a list has been printed which contains each line with them. But wait, why this /n character has been given here? It is because the /n represents a new line character. Okay, but all these functions we did are not recommended to use. It is better to write a for loop for reading the lines as it takes lesser time to execute. Next we will see how to print the lines using for loop. Here I will show how to print the file contents using for loop. So for this you have to write this much of code. The line here described is a variable and it will iterate over each line of the file content. Let's see this in action in the IDE. For line in file print line. Okay, we got it. But wait, why this extra space has been given in the middle? It is because every line contains a /n at the last, which we have seen in the list returned by the readLines function. And also the print statement automatically provides a /n at the last. So we encounter two /n's and hence an extra blank line is being printed. To avoid those extra spaces, we will use strip function. Strip function removes all the special character from a line. Let's see this in action. For line in file print line dot strip. See, the extra spaces has been gone. Still now, we had opened a file, did some operation with it, and this operation on a file can be thought as if we had opened a book for reading, read some lines from the book, and finally close our book and keep it on our shelf. Likewise, we have to close our file also. For this purpose, we will use close function. Let's see this in action in our IDE. File dot close and enter. Okay, so we have successfully closed our file. Thank you everyone to be with me till the end of the video. I hope you had understood the basics of the file handling. In my upcoming videos, I will tell more on file handling concepts. Hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.